Jungkook folded his arms, eyes narrowed slightly. Why do I care? A humorless laugh escaped him. I'm trying to keep you alive in this cabin and you are planning to die from starvation. Wan sat up immediately. I am not dying. Jungkook stared at her. Then eat. Wan crossed her arms stubbornly. If you really care, she muttered, bring me ice cubes. The silence that followed was dangerous. There's no ice here. I know. Then eat ramen. Ramen is unhealthy. That sentence finally stepped the last thread of his patient. Jungkook straightened. Ramen is unhealthy? His voice rose, and ice cubes are not. His voice echoed across the room. Ice isn't even food. Wan flinched slightly, then immediately looked hurt. Why can't you ever talk nicely to me? She pointed at herself dramatically. Look, she gestured toward her oversized clothes. I'm wearing full blondes today. The statement was so random that Jungkook looked genuinely confused. Wan continued, you always get angry at me. Jungkook, I don't. You do. You literally yelled. Because you are trying to survive on frozen water. Then her voice became quieter, more vulnerable. Why do you hate me so much? That question hit differently. For the last time, Jungkook looked away because she's right. She hadn't actually done anything terrible to him. And somehow that had turned into this mess. He sighed heavily, then lowered his voice. Why aren't you eating? This time the question sounded softer. Wan looked down, his finger twisted together nervously. I told you, I'm dieting. Jungkook waited, and Wan looked at him like he would ask the dumbest question on earth, and she stood up dramatically. Look at me. Jungkook did. Unfortunately for him, this wasn't helping because she looked completely fine, cute, even not that he would ever say that. I am gaining weight. So the answer came immediately. Wan stayed offended. So I am an actress, and no one will cast me if I get fat. That's ridiculous. My fans love me because I have a perfect body. That sentence finally made Jungkook's expression harder, not angry, disappointed. That's what you think? Wan stopped talking. Jungkook took a slow breath, then spoke calmly. Do you honestly believe everything you would achieve happened because of your body? Silent, she opened her mouth and closed it again because she didn't have an answer. Jungkook continued, you became famous because you are talented. Wan looked down. You work harder than most people. Her eyes slowly lifted. You built a career people dream about. Something tightened painfully inside your chest. He shrugged. And if you gain few pounds, it changes absolutely nothing. Wan blinked. Nobody said things like that. Not managers, not producers, not brands, not fans. Everyone always talked about her looks, her face, her figure, her beauty. Nobody talked about her talent first, but Jungkook did without even realizing it. I will send Frick. He turned down the door, and I don't want to hear that you skipped dinner again. Then he left. Just like that, no dramatic speech, no comforting smile, nothing. The door quietly closed behind him, leaving Wan completely speechless. 10 minutes later, Frick entered carrying a bowl of ramen. He sat beside her on the bed. Eat. Wan accepted it silently, then suddenly asked, Frick, have you watched my movies? Frick looked surprised and smiled. Of course. Which one? Love Again. Wan noted hopefully. Frick, you looked really hot in that movie. Silence. Wan slowly lowered her spoon. Of course, again. Looks always looks. Meanwhile, Jungkook what replayed inside her, and you are talented. It will change nothing. For some reason, those simple sentences suddenly Maybe he just didn't know how to show people he cared. He's not bad, she whispered to herself. A voice answered from behind, but he's not good either. While Tantric stood there with folded arms, a knowing smile on his face. Don't fall for him. While rolled her eyes immediately made to ramen back at sea. She raised empty or probably anything tonight. Days passed quietly after that. The snow outside grew thicker, the forest became colder, and somehow Kangwan's feelings became warmer. She fallen for him completely, and first she told herself it is impossible, then she told herself it is temporary good thing. She stood blind to herself altogether. She likes Sean Jungkook, the terrifying Mafia boss, the man who barely spoke, the man who hid inside his room most of the days as if social interaction physically hurt him. Every time he walked into a room, her heart immediately betrayed her. One glance, one word, one real moment of concern. And suddenly she spent the next 3 hours smiling at the walls. Unfortunately, she wasn't exactly certain. Rick noticed, the cabin noticed, probably the tree outside noticed, and Jungkook he definitely noticed. Which was exactly why he stayed locked inside his room even more than before. Because Jungkook feared very few things. Guns didn't scare him, enemies didn't scare him, death did not scare him. But one cheerful actress walking toward him with a confession that terrified him. At this point, he was almost expecting her to appear one morning holding flowers and a marriage certificate. So, whenever possible, he simply avoided her. Problem solved, also, he thought. One afternoon, the problem came looking for him anyway, and this time it came with a snake, a very real snake. After showering, Ryan walked back toward her room while drying her damp hair with a towel. The bathroom had become warm and foggy from the hot water. She felt relaxed, comfortable, happy. A soft tune escaped her lips as she picked up the clothes lying on her bed. Then something cold moved across her fingers while it rose slowly, very slowly. She looked down. A long black snake hung from the pile of the clothes in her hands. Its body moved lazily. Its tongue flicked one silence, absolute silence. Then, the scream nearly shook the entire cabin. The clothes flew across the room. The snake landed somewhere on the floor, and before her brain could process anything else, Kangwan fainted. Frick rushed inside first. What happened? But before he could reach her, another figure moved faster. Jungkook. His jaw dropped the second he saw her unconscious body falling. Bayan! He caught her before she hit the floor, one arm behind her back, the other supporting her head. For a moment, panic flushed across his face. A rare expression nobody ever saw. What happened? He demanded. Frick quickly scanned the room, then his eyes landed on something moving beneath the bed. His expression changed silently. Snake. Jungkook looked up sharply. What? A dangerous silence filled the room, then Frick pointed toward the corner. There. That snake disappeared beneath the cabin. Jungkook muttered a curse under his breath. What the? Without wasting another second, he lifted Viola into his arms and carried her out immediately. Inside his room, he carefully placed her on his bed. His pulse still hadn't settled. A snake? The thought refused to leave his mind. But what if it bit her? What if she was poisoned? What if she's poisoned? What if Jungkook immediately stopped that thought? He checked her hands, nothing, her arms, nothing, her legs, nothing, no visible marks. After hesitating briefly, he carefully checked for injuries while keeping her covered and preserving her privacy as much as possible. A few tense minutes later, he finally exhaled. No bite marks, no wounds, nothing. She had simply fainted from fear. Relief hit him harder than expected. After making sure she was comfortable, he pulled the blanket over her Frick returned. Jungkook stood near the fireplace with the folded arms, waiting. The second Frick stepped inside, those dark eyes locked onto him. How did the snake get inside? Frick already knew the answer through the open window. The window man forgot to close, the same window he had told her about 3 times already, unfortunately. Telling Jungkook that sounded suspiciously similar to Olan trying for death, so instead he lowered his head. Sorry. Wrong answer, very wrong answer. Jungkook grabbed his collar immediately. What exactly are you apologizing for? Frick blinked. Everything. One job. Jungkook voice turned dangerously calm. I gave you one job. Frick said. I told her to keep the windows closed. I'm disappointed, Frick. Frick rubbed his neck in his head. He had several responses. Most of them involved pointing out that Kamwa never listened to anyone, especially not instruction. And if managing us was truly easy, maybe Jungkook should stop hiding inside his room every day. But self-preservation won, so he simply stayed silent. A few minutes later, Walkman returned to the Jungkook's room. Frick sprinkled water carefully across Wan's face. Only her eyes fluttered open. For one peaceful second, everything seemed fine and she remembered the snake. Then she jumped off the bed and ran again. Jungkook followed. Immediately went stopped outside her room, still crying, still traumatized, still convinced every shadow in the cabin secretly contained another snake. Jungkook finally lost patience. He grabbed her wrist gently and turned her toward him. Hey! Wan looked ready to cry again. Jungkook said, then pulled her into his arms immediately, without thinking, without planning, without understanding why. Wan buried her face against his chest, trying